What's up, everybody? Hello, Hidden Pearls Podcast fans. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Week 11, Game 10. This time, the 49ers are traveling across the country to Jacksonville, Florida to play the rising Jaguars, who come in 2-7, but have won two of their last four. This week, with the game on Monday night, we are letting the rest of the Niner tribe rest up and get ready for the game. So today, it is just the Kittle gang who is gathered to talk a little ball, stay in touch, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Hi, George.
Hi, I'm George. I'm your guest for the evening. Huge fan of the podcast. Really happy to be here right now. Thanks for the invite.
Well, we're so grateful you could make a little time. We know it's a short week and you're very busy. So we have a little bit of an abbreviated show, but we're very grateful that you could take time to join us. So thank you.
But I'll do anything for my family.
We love you.
Okay, let's talk. It's been processed a little bit, but just a couple points. So beating the Rams. Congratulations. Great game. Super fun. It was a great atmosphere at Levi's. So fun to win at home again. So you guys were 3 to 4 point underdogs on everybody. The Rams came in 7-2, and they were coming up here to drop some pain on the Niners. This was going to be the one they were going to get. Everybody in the media bought in after last week's loss by the Niners to the second-handed Cardinals, who only had about a third of their original starting lineup. Yet there were some murmurs on the outliers about a Niner victory possibility. The Cardinals had just lost to the Titans, and maybe they weren't everything they were made up to be. In KS?
The Cardinals or the Rams just lost to the Titans?
Oh, I'm sorry. Rams. Thank you.
Yeah, George, I'm going to pause it for a sec. Come forward a little bit. All right, so George and I's grandpa has the most insane eyebrows ever. And when George and I wear beanies, we both have super long ones. You can't see it. No, put your hat down because they curl up over the front of your hat. Okay, say something so the camera flips back. Yeah, he's not going to do it.
I'll do it. Those eyebrows.
Carl brows are in full force right now.
Okay. Anyway. All right. Yeah, there were some murmurs about a Niner victory. The Rams had just lost to the Titans, and maybe they weren't everything we thought they were going to be. And a good old Coach Shanahan, he had 4 in a row against his friend and arch enemy, McVay. So maybe there was a little bit of magic left in the Niner tricky bag. But the Rams had just signed Von Miller and ODB, and people were
OBJ.
OBJ.
Oh.
Did you say OBD?
ODB. Isn't it Odell Beckham?
Yeah, but
Odell Jr. So OBJ.
Oh, I always leave off the J.
OBDJ.
Okay, anyway.
DJ, baby.
Emmy fixed all that up. Anyway, so what were the chances? So, George, what was the attitude that week going into the game, and how was the team preparing? Was it all good? Exciting?
Well, I mean, you got to play Monday Night Football, which you got to do once a year. Pretty sure. I think you only got to do it once a year, but it's a big deal to be able to go out there. You're the only game on the entire day, last game of the week. Everyone's watching. So if you're not inspired or if you don't have good vibes, like you're excited to play, then you're in the wrong profession. Really. I mean, like talk about the man in the arena or the gladiator, like that is what it is. And so our team had a great mindset going into the week. We got a great game plan from our coaches, had good days of practice, got better. And I mean, I think the guys went into the game confident. You know, we said, we're losing a lot of games because we make a lot of turnovers. And we thought that if we eliminated turnovers and maybe got 1 or 2 on defense, you have a better chance to win. And that's about what happened. We had 0 turnovers and we had 2 turnovers their first 2 possessions. And we're able to just keep chugging along as an offense. And also going from the 31st or 30th best team in the NFL at third downs to converting the first 5, that helps winning games also.
It was unbelievable. So you just named all the stuff. I had just keys to victory here. Season high rushing. You had 44 attempts for 156 yards.
Just stop there. And let's just talk about that. The goal going into the game was to rush the ball 40 times.
Right.
40. And that's insane because no one rushes the ball 40 times. And the only way that you're going to rush the ball 40 times is if you have a long time of possession, you're going to have long drives. You have to convert a ton of third downs, which we did. Right. And the fact that 44 is amazing. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. I'm getting a FaceTime call from Ross.
Not now, Ross.
I know he's called me 3 times.
Sorry, Ross.
It's okay. Ross the boss. You know, he's just
We love
thirsty.
Ross.
He's thirsty to play some video games. It's our time. All the wives, all the girlfriends are gone on their way to Jacksonville, Florida. We have time to bond as men via an Xbox. Woo! The new Halo game's out. Woo! Can't wait to dabble in that when I get back from Jacksonville, but a little bit tonight just for fun. Now back to the 40 runs.
Yes.
That is, like I said, it's one of the most fun games I've been a part of. I think we had 40 something against the Vikings in the divisional round of the playoffs or whatever that was. And that was one of my favorite games I've ever played in. But one of my favorite things about this game specifically was we do all these with a motion, and we have 2 guys double team the edge, and you go up to the corner or the safety. And we were able to do it with the first person that did it was it was Deebo Samuel was the blocker who was inside out. And then when Jeff Wilson and then Trent Sherfield got in on it, and then Jeff Wilson came by again, and then Juice finally got it. Right. And the fact that we can do that with 4 to 5 different players and have confidence in it, it kind of opens up the game, because then you can do that out of any personnel. And it's pretty cool. So I'm a big fan of that. One of my favorite plays. It's very fun.
Okay. Well, yes.
Right.
So
I just want to say, as a fan, I went into the game extremely confident, because you personally playing against the Rams has always been a show. So
yeah, I do play some good ball against those boys.
Excellent.
Yeah, we were all in. Like you said, no turnovers. That was huge. That was kind of a key to the game, before with the Cards. And then you got the 2 interceptions. The first one, huge. Not sure what they were doing on that one. And we're going to get to that drive in just a second. And then what you mentioned was the 3rd down conversion rate. You guys had only been a little under 33%. And then you boomed it up, and it was unbelievable, the conversion rate. So Jimmy had a great one and running the ball really up. So,
Talk about the first drive too, because it was 18 plays, 11 minutes. 11 minutes and 3 seconds. So don't throw off those 3 seconds. And what's crazy is there was a drive by the Washington Redskins the day before against the Buccaneers. There's I think it was a 10-minute and 23-minute drive. Sorry, 10-minute and 23-second drive. And that was against the Bucs. And I think it was 18 or 19 plays, but we tied them for most plays in a drive this season. But I think we have the longest drive of the season so far at 11:03. And we also were one of 3 teams in the history of the NFL to rush the ball for 13 times on a touchdown scoring drive. Wow. 13 rushes on the first drive. That is ridiculous.
Exactly. That was such a thing of beauty. He caught that thing and they got knocked down right away by OBJ. And then there you go. You're on the 9-yard line and you got 91 yards out and just pound. Because I think you ran 2 of the outside zones to the right with the little chip block, right, with 2 different guys. And then from there, it was just kind of ongoing. You had, I think, 2 third down conversions, or was that not on that drive? I know you had at least.
I had 2 third downs on that drive and a touchdown. Well,
yeah, you did.
Well, tell us about the touchdown and the closing play there, George, to end that drive out.
Oh, let's see. I had a corner route. And basically the whole coaching point on that was I just had to get inside their linebacker, because if you're really outside the linebacker, then he turns with you and he matches with you, or he can. But went inside, and then that put me in between the safety and the corner on the outside, and I just had to roll out and find a little soft spot right there. And then Jim gave me a high ball and allowed me to go up and make a play on it. It was a beautiful thing. It was fun too, because Coach Shanahan said, "Hey, just get inside this guy and you'll be wide open." And wow.
You looked wide open, but they closed it pretty quick, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a contested catch. I mean, I thought they did a great job coming to the ball, and you did a great job going up for it, pulling that baby down. So that's good. Okay. So then I just kind of want to ask, just for fans, toward the end, when you guys went to 31-10 and it's in the fourth quarter, I'm doing the math. It's like, it's you're still playing, but so how did that feel sitting on the sidelines? Because there's been some frustrating games. You guys have struggled a little bit here and there, haven't showed up the way you wanted to. That had to feel pretty good. Was there just kind of not euphoric? Because again, it's just one game of many yet to play, but That had to feel pretty good on the sideline there as you guys were kind of letting that sink in a little bit.
Yes. So I'm huge on the 24-hour rule. So you have 24 hours to celebrate a loss, 24 hours to celebrate a win, 24 to mourn a loss. And definitely, like, I mean, you're still focused on the game. Does it feel good? Yes. Granted, at the same time, we were up 38-17 against the Lions with a minute and a half left and somehow almost gave that. So, like, we were all kind of still sitting on the edge of our seats because it's still Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp. I mean, like, they could you never know. We could run the ball, turnovers happen, stuff happens. So, you know, the game's never over, but, like, it was great vibes the entire night. Our stadium was rocking. I don't know, but, like, one of the things I felt like I was kind of, I don't want to say not disappointed, but just irked because I was just like, this is the way we should be playing. And it didn't take any magic coaching point, magic inspirational speech. No, like, we have a team of very good football players. And we just weren't playing team football, and I don't have an answer for that. We just weren't in sync, and just to see the team flow like that, it was awesome. And I think it just kind of reminded the guys, like, all right, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, how do I got to do that every single week now? Because, like, at the end of the day, primetime games, like I said, you're the man in the arena. If you don't get pumped up for a primetime game, you're doing the wrong thing. Like, it's easy to get pumped up for. It's the 1 o'clock, 1:15s, the noon kickoffs. Like, that's like, yeah, hey, I'm still playing football, but it's a lot easier to have more energy, in my opinion, at the end of the day. So it's just, we got to bring that energy. Guys have play inspired, have fun. You're living your dream.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, it's really complimentary football too, because, I mean, I think time of possession was like 40-20 almost. And when you do that, Stafford's sitting over there getting cold, and your defense is resting the whole time. And that's the other thing we haven't really talked about. But they didn't have as many snaps as they've had in the past because the turnovers they got them off the field. And then you guys did a great job converting on third down on those long drives with the running the ball. So the Rams didn't have very many possessions, and the Niner defense just played out of their mind. It was amazing.
We had 2 possessions in the first half, besides we had an 11-minute drive, and then we had like an 8-minute drive the next time.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
It's really
all right. Cool. That's all I can talk about the Rams.
Okay.
Have dinner to eat.
All right. Quickly then, just the Jags. So Niners come in 4-5. They had a victory over the Rams.
Jacksonville Jaguars from Jacksonville.
They're coming in at 2-7. Just lost to the Indianapolis Colts 17-23. And so it's kind of flipped around. You know, it's a little bit opposite. Last week was 7-2, and you won there, and the 2-7. But this one's a little weird because they lost their first 5. And then they won 2 of the last 4. And one of those was over the Bills, who we know is a really good football team. So they're doing some good stuff. So I guess one of the things I think people were kind of curious about, when you travel cross country like this, because you're going Cali all the way to the East Coast to Jacksonville, when do you guys leave? What do you guys do to adjust to that kind of time differential? And do you do anything personally that's helped you?
Well, we leave 2 days before the game. And so it's usually Fridays. Every time we leave the time zone, we leave on Fridays. Just so, like, let's say this. If we left on Saturday to go to Jacksonville, we wouldn't get in until like 9 p.m. at night, maybe 10. Like, I think we land at like midnight Friday night. And so we have to go 2 days early so you can sleep, get kind of accustomed to it, which I'm a huge fan of. And one thing I really love about leaving on Fridays, it just kind of gives you that, whether it's a 5-6 hour flight plus your hotel room, it just kind of gives you that time to yourself. And there's no one else except for the team. You feel the energy. You have, like, there's no family. There's no obligations. There's nothing you have to do. It's just football. And I think we've always done really well on the road. It's a thing that we're good at, but I think our team does a good job of getting locked in and not really paying attention to anything else going on the outside.
Cool. So by Sunday then,
I like sitting in a plane for 6 hours on a Friday. No, but I'm okay with it. I get to chat with the guys, hang out with the tight ends. I get to watch guys play cards. You know, a lot of good card games going around. We play a lot of Uno. That's a fun fact. We do play Uno.
Okay. On the plane?
Yeah. You'll have crowds of guys playing Uno.
Do you download anything special for the rides or for the plane rides?
Any new movies that are coming out? There's a couple shows out that I'm going to give a shot to. Claire tried to watch Yellowstone. She flew to Nashville today, and she tried to watch Yellowstone without me. And I canceled. Yeah, I almost canceled our subscription so she couldn't do it. I was so mad.
I haven't even watched it yet. I haven't watched the new one yet.
Yeah, neither have I. My wife's not here. I can't watch it without her. It's heresy. She'd kill
me. Okay.
But yeah, excited about the Jacksonville Jaguars. I get to see my boy CJ Beathard again. CJ beat hard. Very pumped. We're going to trade jerseys. I miss the guy. It's crazy. Played 9 years with him in a row. 9 years. Right. First year since high school, I haven't played football with CJ Beathard. So that's a little odd. I miss my brother. And I can't wait to see him. I think we're going to get some food on Saturday. So I told him if I get food poisoning, I'm blaming him.
No doubt.
Be careful.
Oh, doubt. I'm also excited to see my guy, Dan Arnold, tight end. Got to work out with him this offseason up in Dubuque, Iowa. He's just got traded there this season. Was in Arizona last year. Then Carolina got traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think him and CJ are boys. So get to go see him again. He's good people.
Yeah, he's rising hard on the fantasy polls with the tight end groups. He's had really good weeks. So he's doing a good job.
I've worked out with him multiple times. He's a very talented athlete.
Yeah, so it's cool. Okay, well, Jags-Niners, guess how many times they've actually played?
Jags-Niners, 62.
6.
Ever? Wasn't the Rams 142?
143. Now it's 144.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. 6. What's the record?
Let's see. You've won the last 3, and I think it's either 4. I think it's 4-2. Niners.
Cool. Keep it going. Right. Lucky. That's my mom. Okay,
there it is. Lucky 7. All right. Well, let's see. So by this time, you've watched a little tape and all that kind of stuff. Just what kind of game do you think the fans should be looking for, and what are you guys thinking? And who are the top players for the Jags defensively?
41 and 44 are the top guys for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They do have a lot of good players. I think they have a very good scheme defensively. They're very gap sound. They're very good against the run. And they're very athletic at the end of the day. Their edge guys are violent, aggressive. I think they're good players. Like, it's going to be a lot different than last week. I feel like the Rams they're pass rush specialists, and they kind of dare you to pass because they have an excellent secondary. And then they just want their ends and Aaron Donald to work, right? So they dare you to pass. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they're just more gap sound, honestly, and that you have to really commit to the run. I don't think there's a chance we run the ball for 44 times against them. We're going to have to pass. And at the end of the day, we have to beat man coverage. They play a lot of man coverage. And that'll be exciting for us because not a lot of teams have done that. We go against a lot of zones. And so they play a ton, like I said, especially on third downs. And it's going to be fun. When you play man coverage, you get to have a little bit more creativity to your routes. You get to add a little extra sauce on it. And each play is completely different. You have no idea what you're going to get. You might have a guess, like, based on the leverage and the safeties. But when it's man, it's a lot of fun out there. Just compete one-on-one against somebody. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, most excited though to get a CJ Beathard Jacksonville Jaguars jersey.
Have you talked to him? Have you talked to him this week? How's he doing in prep?
He's doing great. If you look, there's a link on Twitter. He told me that he said in an interview that I could play any position on the offensive side of the football field except for quarterback because I have a terrible arm. I said, thanks, CJ. Thanks. You look like a tight end.
CJ's looked the exact same since college.
And he's got his full Northern Woods look. Yeah, he looks he's all out this week. So, okay, that's good. And, hey, before I forget though, I just want one shout out. I thought your boy Brunskill played pretty good because they did a lot of one-on-one. He had 3 technique, Aaron Donald there, and it wasn't always pretty, but I thought he battled his ass off, and he didn't cost you. You know what I mean? I thought he really stepped up his game and did a great job. So just a quick shout out, but the whole line for everything that they were facing, thought they did a great job. So,
yeah, they were excellent. They really were. I think they did a great job. Both sides of the line did a great job. I want to give a quick shout out to on the fake field goal play by DJ Jones. He read that. That wasn't a responsibility. A long stride, short stride strike. Incredible. So big shout out.
Unbelievable.
But back to my guy, Dan Brunskill. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Dan and the way he approaches the game. I mean, every second I see him not doing football stuff, he's studying game tape. And so it's all effort. It really is. He puts himself in a position to win and succeed. And so I love it when guys, they put the work in and then they get the opportunity and then advantage of it. And he played really well. We had a couple third downs that on the first drive, one of the third downs I converted, he had a one-on-one was Aaron Donald. He got him to the side. And Aaron Donald's one of the best football players in the history of the NFL. And he can literally win you a game by himself every single week. There's not a lot of football players like that. There's just not. So the fact that you can go up against him and win sometimes, it's a big deal.
Pretty cool.
Yep. And so next on to the fashion preview. My fashion preview is the hat I'm wearing. It's resilient. It's got the nice SF logo, or my equipment manager hoodie that you can't buy anywhere. So I'm just showing it off because it's really cool. And everyone always asks me, but it's mine and mine only. And the EQ guys. Mom, I love your shadow.
Yeah.
I love you guys so much. Thank you
Jordy,
so much for on today.
Jordy, we know that this has been a really big week and obviously stacking all the things together. So mentally wise, what's one thing that you've done this week to kind of keep your mind right?
Breathe. Just take 10 minutes and just breathe. And I don't know, for me, like there's sometimes I can not think about anything and just focus on my breath. There's other times I visualize football stuff. But just lay down for 5 to 10 minutes by yourself and just breathe. It's very helpful. It's calming. You can think about stuff. We're so attached to phones and people pull us in directions at all hours of the day. So just take 5, 10 minutes to yourself, lay down, put your feet up, just breathe for a little bit. That, or you call your mom and you tell her you love her because that helps too.
Oh, she's crying. Okay. Cool. All right, we got fashion preview in. We just got our mental prep in. So we're going to wrap up, Georgie, because guess what happens next week?
Thanksgiving.
Let me think. We play the Vikings.
That
too. But not until we have our wonderful little Thanksgiving thing. So our show's always been about that a little bit. So next week with Thanksgiving, we just want to give a shout out to everybody to be safe, whether you're traveling or not, whatever you're going to be doing. And for many of us, it's a great time to gather with family and friends to share food and some time together. So I just thought the two of you, if we had a consensus, is there a quick Thanksgiving memory that you guys have that stirs fondness?
Pecan pie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like pecans at all, but my grandma Phyllis's, Bruce's mom, her pecan pie, holy shnikes. Even, you guys ever eaten rhubarb? It's not even good, but her rhubarb pie was phenomenal.
It's true.
It was delicious. And I always think of my memories from Thanksgiving. We're always going to my grandma Phyllis's house. And as a little kid in my grandparents' house where my dad grew up, about an hour drive north, maybe 2 hours, depending on where we were living at the time. And it was always we'd have these awesome Thanksgiving meals. Grandma would be cooking all day. But my favorite thing was just the house itself was literally, it was like I was living in like the 70s and 80s. Like it was never remodeled. It was never remodeled. The carpet was the same. It was always clean and it was pristine, but it was just, everything was the same, and it still is the same to this day. And so whenever I literally walk in and it still smells the same. Like everyone has a grandparent in the house smell. Like we all know that.
Arnold has this like minty old man smell.
Yes, but it smelled the exact same. And I just remember running around there, and my grandpa's Locklear tractor, like the model ones that are nice and big. I'd play with those. We'd watch Disney movies, so many VHS movies. My grandpa had one of the massive, like 55-inch box TVs that were like the coolest thing ever, but it was like 4 feet in width.
Right.
Deep. It was like.
Yeah. So it was like a 55-inch screen and went 4 feet back. Hilarious.
So
I have a bunch of fantastic memories of that. Playing a bunch of cards. So many cards.
All right. You want to add anything else?
Oh, no, that's it.
So we hope everybody's got some of those memories. But holidays for some, though, as we all know, are not always full of cheer or joy. And we want to remember all of those facing any of those kind of challenges. So if you're in a situation to help others, we want to encourage folks to do what you can and look around locally. One of the charities that people would remember from our show from last year that we partnered with is the Second Harvest folks in Silicon Valley. So they do meal prep and mostly kind of give groceries. People drive in. They're really big on the Thanksgiving stuff. So they are feeding many, many, many families and individuals this year, and they'll be doing full Thanksgiving meals for families who request them. So we just want to encourage folks, if you can help support them or even another food bank, because there's others, and if there's something local for you guys, all good. So please do so. And links to the Second Harvest Silicon Valley, their donation page will be in the show notes, and we will be making our weekly donation to the Second Harvest folks this week. So, all right, then.
So if you can't, so time, treasure, or talent. So time, right? So if you can go and invest or show up, maybe volunteer, do anything like that.
They need food handlers to package all the stuff. So that's always a need.
So treasures, if you can give any money, if you can donate, that's obviously a great thing to do also. And then talent, maybe it's even just promoting it on social media or kind of spreading the word or just getting it out or sharing something about it at work. There's a lot of different ways that you can get involved. So don't think of this as like a single-minded thing. Just really see how far your reach can go, because you can really help a lot of people that way.
That was really nice.
Thanks, Pops.
Wow.
Hey, you're really good at that. Thank you guys for having me on. I love you so much.
Last question.
Wait,
what's giving you hope this week?
No, wait, one more thing. So also to fans out there, we want to give just a sneak preview of a food drive that George is going to be involved in, working with the Second Harvest folks. It's going to be local there in the Santa Clara area with a retailer in the area. We're going to be on site there for a little bit of time. And George we're still figuring all the details out, maybe some photographs, autographing some stuff in exchange for food donations and or cash donations to Second Harvest. So we're super excited about that. So look for more on that. We'll be posting the exact location and time coming up. So we're thrilled to do that. And again, just encourage folks to kind of look around and do what you can do as well. So excited to be a part of that process.
100%.
So, all right. Jane?
What's giving you hope, George?
What's giving me hope? Let's see. First thing that just came to mind, Thanksgiving. I love the holidays. It is fun to be able to spend time with your family. And I know we do see each other a lot, no matter how much you guys say we don't see each other, we do. But being able to celebrate a holiday, sit down and have a big dinner together, whether it's all of my family, Claire's family, it's just fun to have everybody together, have conversations. You don't get to do it all the time.
Get out the crib board.
And one of the other things that makes me very hopeful, I do love fall. I really do. Fall is a fantastic. I like it. It's a fantastic season. I like it when it gets cooler, and it just makes me really feel like it's football season. And that, football gives me hope a lot. So those are the things that are giving me hope. And this meal that's sitting right in front of me for the last 30 minutes that I haven't been able to eat.
All right, we gotta go. That's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Hidden Pearls Podcast.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
All right, bye, y'all.
3, 2, 1, action.
Good.
All right. Bye, I love you guys. See ya.
Goodbye. Hey, folks, Bruce Kittle here with Hidden Pearls Podcast. This week, while we traveled to Jacksonville to play the Jags, we wanted to acknowledge the 6 Florida National Guard members that are attending the game as our guests, and we're thrilled to do that. George and Claire are both thrilled to do it as well. So we've been doing that each week, and we're glad to do so. And I just want to read the names of the folks that are going. And I've got the bio of one of the individuals who's a huge Niners fan. So they found somebody in Florida that's a big Niners fan. So he will also be going to the game. So I'll read that bio. But again, just a shout out to all the men and women who serve our country in so many ways. And do so many things for us that a lot of us don't have any idea about. So anyway, so our gratitude. So our attendees are Sergeant Miller, Sergeant Johnson, Chief Warrant Officer 2 Thomas, if I got that right, I hope so, Major Locklear, Master Sergeant Collins, and First Sergeant Lewis. So this is a bio on Master Sergeant Matthew Collins. Born in Leamington, England, before immigrating with his family to the United States at 5 in 1980. Enlisted in the Florida Army National Guard in October of 1994. Completed his basic combat training at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and advanced individual training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, then assigned to the 153rd Finance Battalion, St. Augustine, Florida. Went through several different ranks and trainings there. Other assignments include Florida National Guard Counter-Drug Demand Reduction Program, a lot, where he served as a high school education NCO, working directly with local community partnerships in some of the hardest hit communities throughout Florida, educating high school students on the dangers of drug use, as well as the opportunities offered by service in the military. In April 2001, Master Sergeant Collins looked to increase his role as a mentor to young people by becoming a recruiter in the Florida Army National Guard's Recruiting and Retention Battalion. His time as a production recruiter includes 7-time Mission Maker, 2-time RRB Commander Award winner, as well as earning the Recruiter Master Badge. As a production recruiter from September 2001 through 2009, he enlisted 131 soldiers in the Florida National Guard, which positively impacted countless lives while improving the readiness of the Florida Army National Guard. MSG Collins progressed in various roles within the Recruiting and Retention Battalion, including initial active duty training, battalion training, NCO, battalion marketing, NCOIC, as well as the NCOIC of staff operations. All right. 2014, Master Sergeant Collins served as a senior non-commissioned officer in charge during the Florida Army National Guard's first ever cultural understanding and language proficiency mission, to the island of Dominica. This mission included working closely with their police and military formations in an effort to share both nations' military customs and courtesies, as well as build lasting cultural relationships. Master Sergeant Collins' military education includes recruiting and retention, ARNG, a lot of acronyms. So I'm sorry, guys, don't know all those, but Army Basic Instructor course, as well as the United States Army Master Leader course, among many others. His awards include Army Commendation Medal 5th Award, Army Achievement Medal 6th Award, Reserve Component Overseas Training Ribbon, Florida Commendation Medal, as well as various other state federal awards. He has an associate's degree from Columbia Southern University and is currently enrolled in their undergraduate business administration and marketing program. He currently serves as section chief leading Army National Guard recruiting operations for East Central Florida and is a first-generation immigrant to the United States. He is humbled to wear the uniform of an American soldier and takes enormous pride in his service, as well as the opportunities that have been given to him by both military service as well as becoming a citizen of the United States. He currently resides in Florida with his wife, Marie, and their daughter, Ella. So we thank him for his service and also the other individuals I mentioned and everybody else that we don't have the chance to mention because there's so many of them. But thank you again to all of them. We hope they enjoy the game, and we'll get a picture posted once we get back from the game, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with them down there and get a pick. All right, everybody, take care. Have a super great week, and let's go Niners.